Although the proposed multi-billion-dollar settlements in 3 athlete compensation antitrust cases against the NCAA and the Power Five conferences are still awaiting final approval, conference officials are already working on a comprehensive plan to implement sweeping changes. These changes would fundamentally alter how schools and athletes operate, with the Power Conferences creating a new regulatory and enforcement entity. This entity, overseen by a chief executive officer similar to a professional sports league commissioner, would handle issues related to athlete compensation and name, image, and likeness, NIL rules. U.S. District Judge Claudia Wilkin granted preliminary approval to the settlements in October, with a final approval hearing set for April 7. The agreements include nearly $2.8 billion in damages to be distributed to current and former athletes over 10 years. They also allow Division I schools to begin paying athletes directly for NIL rights starting in the 2025-26 school year, subject to a per-school cap tied to a percentage of certain athletics revenues. Additionally, the settlements aim to regulate non-school NIL payments, requiring athletes to report deals exceeding $600 to a clearinghouse. These deals would be reviewed to prevent pay-for-play arrangements and ensure compensation aligns with market value. Currently, NCAA rules prohibit pay-for-play and NIL deals used as inducements for enrollment, but enforcement has been nearly impossible due to the rise of school-specific collectives. These donor groups pool resources for NIL payments, often with little connection to an athlete's actual NIL value. A settlement implementation committee, composed of 10 athletics directors from the Power Five conferences, has been formed to address these challenges. The committee is working with legal and compliance officials and external partners like LBI Software and Deloitte Consulting to develop systems for tracking school NIL payments and evaluating third-party deals. Key issues being addressed include tracking and enforcing caps on school NIL payments, preventing circumvention by schools or boosters, and establishing penalties for violations. The committee also focuses on creating a fair and transparent process for evaluating third-party NIL deals. Athletes would be responsible for submitting their agreements for review, and assessments would be based on whether the deals serve a valid business purpose and fall within an acceptable compensation range. If an agreement is rejected, athletes would have the right to appeal to neutral arbitrators. The committee is working to define terms like fair market value and build a system that evolves as more deals are processed. Clear communication with athletes is a priority, ensuring they understand the rules and rights under the proposed settlement. These changes represent a significant shift in college athletics, aiming to balance athlete compensation with enforceable regulations to maintain competitive fairness.